Some companies have annual revenue of $1 billion. Some mafia organizations have annual revenue of $50 billion. Some countries have armies of 50,000. Some mafia organizations have 100,000 members. Mafia is no longer just a crime organization. It's a parallel state. They have their own rules, their own justice, their own army. And in some places, they're more powerful than the government. Here are the world's 10 most dangerous mafia organizations. 10. Camorra, Naples Mafia. Camorra is a mafia organization operating in Naples, Italy. Older than Cosa Nostra, 400 years of history. But less organized, more chaotic. Hundreds of small clans, constantly fighting each other. Hundreds of murders per year. Gunshots in Naples streets. Camorra involved in everything. Drug trafficking, counterfeit goods production, construction, waste management, even environmental pollution. Burying toxic waste around Naples. Cancer rates rising. People suffering, but nobody can speak. Journalist Roberto Saviano, who opposed Camorra, Lives Under Protection, for more than 15 years, wrote a book, Camorra, described Camorra, received death threats, still hiding. Camorra's annual revenue is 25 billion euros, 3% of Italy's economy. Massive money, and nobody can stop them. Italian police conduct operations, arrest leaders, but new leaders come. Organization never ends. Camorra, Italy's bleeding wound. Ndrangheta, Calabria Mafia. Ndrangheta is a mafia organization established in Italy's Calabria region. Family ties very strong. Blood ties essential. Don't accept outside members. Therefore hard to infiltrate by police. Betrayal nearly impossible. Ndrangheta controls 80% of global drug trafficking. Leaders in cocaine traffic. Buy from Colombia. Distribute to Europe. Annual revenue 45 to 60 billion euros. 3% of Italy's gross domestic product. Big as a country's economy. Operating in Germany, Canada, Australia, everywhere, but center still Calabria. Small mountain villages. Traditional values. Omerta, code of silence. Nobody talks. Nobody betrays. Italian state fighting for decades. Hundreds of arrests. But organization keeps getting stronger. Ndrangheta, most powerful of Italian mafia. Cosa Nostra declined. Camorra in chaos. But Ndrangheta growing. Yamaguchi-gumi. Japanese yakuza. Yamaguchi-gumi is Japan's largest yakuza organization. Has 23,000 members. 100-year history. Traditional Japanese mafia. Tattooed. Finger-cutting ritual. Yubitsumi. Member who makes mistake cuts finger. Shows loyalty. Yakuza semi-legal in Japan. Have offices. Business cards. But do illegal business. Gambling, prostitution, drugs, extortion. Infiltrated construction sector. Real estate. Finance. Yamaguchi-gumi generates $80 billion annual revenue. Based in Kobe, but active throughout Japan. Split happened in 2015. Kobe Yamaguchi-gumi separated. Conflicts began. Dozens of attacks. Japanese police worried. But Yakuza still strong. Distribute aid in disasters. Win public support. 2011 Fukushima earthquake. Yakuza first to help. Before government. That's why public ambivalent. They're bad but sometimes do good. Japan's complicated relationship with Yakuza. Solntsevskaya Bratva, Russian Mafia. Solntsevskaya Bratva is Russia's most powerful organized crime group. Emerged after Soviet Union collapse. In the 90s. Got stronger during chaos period. State institutions weak. Mafia strengthened. Solntsevskaya Bratva involved in everything. Oil, gas, arms trafficking. Money laundering. Connected to Russian oligarchs. Connected to politicians. Leader Semyon Mogilevich on FBI's most wanted list. But untouchable in Russia. Member count 1,500. But networks very wide. Active in Europe, America, Israel. Wherever Russian diaspora, they're there. Entered cybercrime, ransomware, crypto fraud. Modern mafia. No longer just physical violence. Digital attacks too. Solntsevskaya's annual revenue $8 to $10 billion. Dark side of Russian economy. West imposing sanctions. But they don't stop. Because they have protection. Los Zetas, Mexican cartel. Los Zetas is Mexico's most violent cartel organization. Founded in 1999 by Special Forces soldiers, were armed wing of Gulf Cartel. Then became independent. Became cartel themselves. Military trained. Have tactical knowledge. Use heavy weapons. Rocket launchers. Armored vehicles. More powerful than government in some regions. Los Zetas' specialty is fear. Spreading terror, torture, beheading, hanging bodies. on bridges, buildings, sending message to everyone. Those who oppose die. 2011 San Fernando massacre, 249 migrants killed. Los Zetas did it. Nobody knew. Mass graves discovered. World shocked. Los Zetas went beyond drug smuggling. Human trafficking, extortion, oil theft. Stealing oil from Pemex pipelines. Thousands of barrels daily. Tens of billions dollars yearly. Mexican state fighting. Thousands of soldiers died. But Los Zetas didn't stop. Leader Heriberto Lascano killed in 2012. But organization continued. Los Zetas, Mexico's darkest face. Sinaloa Cartel, El Chapo. Sinaloa Cartel is Mexico's most powerful and richest drug cartel. Leader Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, convicted in America in 2019. Life imprisonment, but organization continues. Sinaloa Cartel world leader in cocaine, heroin, methamphetamine, marijuana trafficking. Control 25% of drug flow to America. Digging tunnels, under the border. Building submarines, under ocean. Using drones, from air. Trying every way. El Chapo escaped prison twice. One was tunnel, 1 kilometer long, motorcycle rail, ventilation system, $1 million cost. Forbes selected El Chapo as one of world's most powerful people. Billionaire criminal. Sinaloa Cartel earns $3 billion yearly. Maybe more. Nobody knows exactly. Mexican police conducted hundreds of operations, thousands of arrests. But cartel doesn't die. Because there's demand. Drug addiction in America. Cartel meets supply. El Chapo gone, but sons continuing. Los Chapitos. New generation. Jalisco New Generation Cartel. CJNG. Jalisco New Generation Cartel is Mexico's fastest growing organization. Founded in 2011, but became giant in 10 years. Now competing with Sinaloa. Líder Nemesio Ceguera Cervantes. Nickname El Mencho. America put $10 million bounty, but can't catch. CJNG active in 32 of 35 Mexican states. Operating in America, Europe, Asia. Global organization. Not just drugs. Methanol smuggling. Fake alcohol. Deforestation. Took over avocado industry. Calling it avocado cartel. Extorting farmers. Killing resistors. CJNG has military power. Heavy machine guns, rockets, armored vehicles. 2015 brought down helicopter in Jalisco. Military helicopter. With RPG. Challenging government. Openly. Publishing videos. Hundreds of armed men, uniformed, threatening government. CJNG's annual revenue over $10 billion. And keeps growing. Most dangerous cartel. MS-13. Mara Salvatrucha. MS-13. Mara Salvatrucha is Latin America and America's most violent gang organization. Founded in Los Angeles in the 80s by Salvadoran immigrants. Now has 60,000 members. Active in 10 countries. America, Mexico, Central America. Especially El Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala. MS-13 has tattoos. Faces, bodies covered. Number 13. Hand signs, recognizable. MS-13 extremely violent. Machete killings, torture. Forcibly recruit youth. 13, 14-year-old children. Forcing to become killers. Must commit murder at initiation. Loyalty test. In El Salvador controlled territories. Police can't enter. Parallel state. Own rules. Own justice. America fighting MS-13 FBI operations. Hundreds of arrests. Deportations. But organization growing. Because there's poverty, unemployment, youth seeking hope. MS-13 offers fake family. Sense of belonging. But actually death pit. MS-13 active in drugs, weapons, human trafficking. Annual revenue billions. But fragmented structure. No central leader. Mexican drug cartels collective, not single organization. But collectively, Mexican cartels are world's most dangerous structure. Sinaloa, CJNG, Los Zetas, Gulf Cartel, Juarez Cartel, Tijuana Cartel, all fighting each other, but all sending drugs to America. Total annual revenue $50 billion, 4% of Mexico's gross domestic product. Massive. Since 2006, 150,000 people killed in Mexico. Cartel violence, average 80 murders daily. Journalists killed. 125 journalists. Mexico deadliest place for journalists worldwide. Politicians killed. Mayors, governors, police, soldiers, nobody safe. Cartels declared war on state. And winning. In some states, no government, only cartel. Michoacan, Guerrero, Tamaulipas. Cartels collecting taxes, establishing courts, executing, parallel state. America helping. Merida Initiative. Billions of dollars, weapons, training, but doesn't stop. Because there's demand. 70,000 people die from overdose yearly in America. Fentanyl, Mexican cartels producing. Buying chemicals from China, producing in Mexico, sending to America, lethal, Mexican cartels, modern world's biggest security threat. 1. Global organized crime networks, new generation mafia. First place isn't single organization. There's new generation mafia, global networks, organizations cooperating with each other. Italian mafia buying cocaine from Colombian cartels. Russian mafia selling weapons to Mexican cartels. Chinese triads laundering money. Nigerian organizations doing cyber fraud. All connected. Globalization didn't just affect legitimate economy, affected crime economy too. Now drugs produced in Afghanistan, passed through Balkans, sold in Europe, money laundered in Caribbean, circulates world as digital currency, untraceable, blockchain, crypto, dark web, new tools, old crimes, human trafficking, organ smuggling, ransomware, data theft, identity theft, counterfeit medicine, fake products, everything. Global organized crime generates $800 billion to $2 trillion annual revenue, bigger than entire economies of some countries. And they don't stop, because system weak, international cooperation insufficient. Illegal in one country, legal in another. Tax havens, money laundered, legitimized. Rich get richer, poor get poorer. Organized crime wins. That's why first place is global system. Not single organization, but all together. World's most dangerous threat. World's most dangerous mafia organizations, modern age's shadow powers, challenging states, affecting economies, killing people. And they don't stop, because there's demand. Drugs, weapons, humans, everything bought and sold. Solution not easy, but fight must continue, because if mafia wins, everyone loses.